I'm Catherine Bloom from Charlotte. Now, if this were business as usual, and this hearing were just about whether or not a group of people wanted a gas pipeline in their community, that would be one thing. But we are in a global climate crisis of epic proportions, the seriousness and urgency of which cannot be exaggerated. It's caused primarily by one thing: burning fossil fuels and releasing greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. It can only be addressed by one thing: stop burning fossil fuels. Natural gas is a fossil fuel. It can only be pulled up and burned once. Therefore, it's not renewable or sustainable. And it's also not clean. Clean would mean you don't have to extract it with chemicals that pollute air and groundwater. Clean would mean that extraction wouldn't emit methane, an even more powerful greenhouse gas than carbon dioxide. Clean would mean that it wouldn't emit greenhouse gases when you burn it, and none of those things are true. If this were business as usual, we might be able to negotiate the amount of greenhouse gas pollution we're willing to accept in our atmosphere. But this is not business as usual. We're blowing through the tipping points on the road to runaway climate change, and we're doing very little about it. We have no right investing in an infrastructure which is already technologically obsolete and fundamentally unsound from a community health perspective. Vermont Gas says it'll save customers along the route of the pipeline money on home heating. And in the short term, sure, if they're burning fractured gas, it's cheaper than fuel oil. In the short term. But natural gas isn't the 100-year supply the fossil fuel industry wants you to think it is. Natural gas wells dry up after the first year or so and either have to be refracked at great expense or abandoned. It may be cheap now, but it's not going to be cheap for long. And no amount of money that customers save will pay for the cleanup from repeated natural disasters. No amount of money customers save will get them off the road to mass extinction. Because that's what we're facing here. And I'm not being alarmist. I'm not exaggerating or painting a picture of what might happen decades in the future. I'm talking about what scientists say we're facing now, today. 2013 was the 37th consecutive year of above average global temperatures, and it's only getting worse. Vermont Gas has no legitimate economic or moral reason to propose this pipeline other than their own profit margin. And you, the Public Service Board, have no legitimate economic or moral reason to approve it.